Hello and welcome back to Adventure's Edge, Heroes of the Vale.
Hello.
Hello.
Episode 14 for good luck.
Mm-hmm. Is 14 lucky?
I don't know.
Twice 7.
I hope it's lucky.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to need it. Sorry.
Wow.
Ominous.
Oh, man, that was amazing last time. You guys are the best. So, we're back. We're at it. We're in the middle of it. Do we need a quick recap of the chaos that has ensued?
Well, there was a magic wardrobe. So that was something.
Yep. Magic wardrobe.
And that was tempting.
And despite Ismi's best attempts to make them all realize that going into the unknown at that point would have been dangerous, as soon as her back was turned,
Turns out it was.
they split for the portal. Well, one of them split for the portal.
Of course it's dangerous, but that's what heroes do.
That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
We've got a name to live up to now. We're heroes.
Yes.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Pike doing something completely out of character?
I'm impressed with Pike. Pike, I gotta say, Pike bursting in and convincing Mylan that he was in mortal danger.
A trolley are very convincing people. It's part of our racial traits.
It's that look on your face. You just said you've got to go because you've got to come with me if you want to live.
Or he throws the big Disney eyes and
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, cute otter.
Mm-hmm,
Yep.
mm-hmm.
And so
I can lay on my back and crush
I mean, some people might just have killed him and looted the room, but
right.
I'm trying to keep everybody alive, and that's proven to be a problem as
Good
we
for
currently
you.
have three of the opposition fascinated in a hypnotic pattern. And
Mm-hmm.
I have to say that you caught me by complete surprise. And the whole time I was like, okay, as you're like, I'm going to follow him out there. I was waiting at any point for you to say, I stab him in the back.
No,
Like,
that is not Pike.
It was like,
The peaceful trolley. That's it.
Mm.
What are you? I'm an otter. What do you do? I swim around on my back and do cute little human things with my hands.
Yep.
You're free to go.
that's it.
okay, well, so we have, Ismi and Pike closing back on the cabin. Zinnia is elsewhere. I'm just going to put the little Zinnia pawn over here.
Elsewhere.
And Daerun is just watching the portal door.
Mhm.
I mean, that's
Singing
pretty
a
much it.
rat tune.
Singing a rat
little
tune.
rat tune. So let's just dive right in. Zinnia, you were hiding.
I am hiding. just hanging out with my, little fairy eyes kind of like wide and like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Internally, I'm not saying that out loud
No.
because that would give away my position.
Okay. Oh, come now, fairy. You've made it this far. Surely you want to talk.
I don't know what you want me to do because I'm not going to say anything.
All right. So she's shaking her head quietly,
I'm going to let him monologue.
not examining. You're gonna let him monologue.
Evil villain monologue.
10 years into this, and finally a villain gets to monologue with you.
Yes, go for it. I assume you've been like holding this in. You've been building this up. This is your chance.
Oh, man.
And action.
This has been one of the keystones of our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Don comes in playing like with the villain, ready to like say all the stuff, and I'm like, I shoot him.
Yep. This is accurate.
And I just cut it off, and he's like always frustrated. And now's his chance.
Yep, she hits the escape key on the cutscene.
Yeah.
And hits attack. I don't want to hear their.
I don't, yeah,
No.
but here you go.
Okay. My time is short. I'm not sure what you were hoping to discover here, little fairy. You don't hear. You hear his voice, but you don't hear him moving around. Like there's no sense of presence from him. So you sit in silence. And Pike and Isme, you finish kind of running across the clearing. So, Pike, you can continue to concentrate. I don't know if that requires a line of sight on that or not. I'm not
It
sure.
didn't say so, no. To cast it, yes, but I don't believe it does to maintain.
Okay. So you reached the cabin
Mm-hmm.
and
Quietly go in, get the trolley in, and do I see?
yeah, you step inside.
Once I see the door open, I'm going to scurry like around the wardrobe or underneath it because I don't know if it's them or not.
Yeah, is there? I'm trying to remember. There's not even a light because Zinnia had cast a magic light in here, but I don't think there was another light. So, Isme, you step into the darkened room and you kind of hear Daerun scurry. Daerun, you see Isme illuminated briefly in the moonlight and Pike behind her. And there's a strange magic glow not far behind them as she steps into the room. And Pike, do you follow her in?
I will stay in the doorway.
Okay.
So that I can keep an eye on my three guests and make sure that no one else comes up to them, while still hearing what's going on in the room.
All right. Things remain as they are on the outside for the moment. You're kind of keeping an eye on both rooms. Isme, you probably catch a glimpse of Daerun. Daerun, you see it's Isme.
Oh, it's just you. You'll never guess what happened.
You guys were chaos monsters. That's what happened.
We just had to see.
And I bent down. I said, Pike had someone that we could talk to.
Yeah.
And now that person's probably dead because we had to come back to get you guys.
Well, let's hope Zinnia isn't. It's only been like a minute. She's just going to peek.
I know that she already coded her rapier before she came in with the magic stuff. I think she's going to... Did we get special arrows?
We've got a sleep arrow, I believe.
Okay. I'm going to cock that sleep arrow. And when on our side we see...
Well, do you have a bow or do you have a crossbow?
You have a hand crossbow, right?
I got a pistol.
That's different.
Oh.
Arrow
Yeah.
won't work in it.
Yeah.
Okay, that won't work. Okay. But she's going to load the pistol. She's going to go up to the portal. Now, on our side, is the portal still shimmering?
It looks exactly as you left it.
Just give her a minute. She'll be back. I know it.
And he
Unless she gets into trouble.
if she's in trouble,
Zinnia wouldn't promise me she wouldn't get into trouble.
Do you think you can duck across and duck right back? Like 5 seconds? Just to see?
because you're
Stick your nose through or something?
because you're a rat.
Okay.
You're
Just as
the,
long as you know that we're here.
and if you don't come immediately back,
Okay.
we're going to
going
have
Give me
to...
like 10 seconds.
Yep.
Okay. So I will, wet my whiskers and wiggle them and then I'll get ready to dive in and I stick my head in first and then slowly the rest of my body.
Okay. As you basically kind of start sticking your head in, you feel it like just suck you in. Like it just kind of grabs you and propels you forward with a little bit of force, enough to actually send you kind of tumbling
Okay.
across a hard, rough stone floor.
Okay.
And then you shake around and look around this bizarre room filled with magical illuminations. And I mean, you can see the picture. It's bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's really making sense to you. And you look around. There's no. You're not really sure exactly. I mean, you see a on the wall, kind of a clear, arched shape etching on the wall, but it's just stone
Where I just came out of?
where you just came out of. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Then I'll say, Xenia. Just, quiet. It's not whispering, but it's a little bit louder in my old rat voice. Xenia!
Now, what happens when you're no longer on the same plane as Corda?
Well, Corda's still she's just my animal companion. She's
Right,
not a
but does
familiar
she
or anything.
Mm.
sense
Yeah, that's a good question.
that you're not there
I don't
anymore?
think she's not a familiar in that way. She's just a trained
Okay.
wolf.
But Nipper is.
Nipper is, yes.
So Nipper...
Yeah, Nipper might have had a reaction. Didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah, because you would feel cut off from Nipper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of disturbing. Yeah, you'd have a lot of things going on then.
Mm-hmm.
So Nipper would probably be pretty agitated. Okay.
Yeah, Corda might have her hands full trying to calm Nipper down.
All right, then you hear well, you're pretty quiet, Daron.
Well, as a rat, yeah, my stealth is
Yeah,
pretty.
I mean, so
Was there
plus
any-
18
Zinnia,
stealth.
give me a perception check. You probably hear him. I mean, this place is very quiet.
I actually might have.
I'm like suddenly thinking about who I'm talking about.
Well, I rolled a 19, so that's a 21 for my perception. So,
Woo.
Can't get much better than that.
like,
Okay.
I'm on high alert apparently.
Yeah, you absolutely are. You hear Darune's rat voice has joined your situation.
And I'm crap because I don't want my friends to be drawn into whatever mess this is.
I'm just sniffing around.
Was there any flare of light or anything from the portal when?
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
So that's it then. We're not going to have a conversation. You disappoint me.
I hear that.
You definitely hear that.
All right. I will answer then.
All right.
What is there to talk about? But I'll move after I say something.
We have much to talk about. You've been, perhaps unbeknownst to yourself, causing a bit of trouble for my plans. She's just making gestures.
Yeah, Ed.
That's not much of a conversation starter. And then I move again. Every time I say something, I'm going to move because I don't know where he is. I don't want him to know where I am.
Okay. Then Ismi and Pike has been more than 10 seconds.
All right.
The little rat did not come back.
Well, assuming that Nipper and Corda aren't riding like cavalry to the rescue, I look at Ismi and I say, I guess we're going in?
And the only thing that would be is if Nipper could convince Corda that something's wrong. That would be the trigger.
And that's up to Don to figure out.
Yeah.
I mean, she's very smart, and she would sense. Well, I mean, it would be that little connection is just suddenly not there.
So she doesn't know what, and that could mean a couple of things.
That is actually pretty interesting because because that would be, I mean, it would be the same sensation as if she was more than a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just suddenly, I mean, I don't know. She'd be like, "Where did Zinnia go? Did you leave me behind?" And she didn't get any feeling of fear or anything from you.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't think that your link isn't broken. I might be probably reading too much into it. I don't think that she would think that you were dead. So she might just do what she was told to do, which is just wait for you.
I really don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's trying to figure out, what would she even do? Come looking for you, maybe. But the big question is, what does Pike and Ismi do?
I'm going to go back to the door.
Do we want to, I hate to say this, if we go in,
Mm-hmm.
then shortly after that, my hold on those three is going to break. And they'll definitely raise an alarm. And if we come back out of that portal, we may have trouble. So, as much as I hate to say it, do we have to eliminate those three guys out there and toss them in the portal before us so that there's no bodies to find?
My gosh, that got dark.
That did. And Ismi is looking at him, and she knows, I mean, she reads people pretty well, and she knows he's not like that. And the fact that he's actually realizing that we may have to kill people disturbs her, that he's had to go against his natural instinct because two people didn't listen to Miss. It bothers her. And I'm like, and she looks at him, I'm like, when I've had to kill, and I don't feel guilt about it, but I do feel guilt about killing people whose only crime is that they're in our way.
So, I mean, you would know, Pike, that like they still don't know you, right?
Right.
There was this magical thing that appeared,
Yeah.
right? And there was already some confusion, and when that breaks,
Yeah, I don't expect them to like rush over to the cabin or anything and know immediately. I just thinking a generally heightened alarm on the camp if we come back. So that's why I'm asking the espionage expert on what the right move to make here is. Do we go in and we just deal with it when we come back, or...
I would rather try to deal with it when we come back, because the fact of the matter is if we go in there, there's a very good chance, because it's going to take us time to go over there to kill them and drag the bodies back, and we could get caught. And meanwhile, we don't know what's happening on the other side. That's precious seconds that Zinnia and Daerun, who I know are very capable fighters, might need us.
Okay. I'm just as happy to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll draw my rapier. Hopefully it doesn't come down to me actually trying to use it. And I'll say, well, okay, I guess we
get in, we find a place for cover, and we try to figure out what's going on. And that's what I tell him. And then I get out I have my rapier in one hand, and I have my pistol, because I already cocked it. It's already ready to go. And I'll go in first.
And I'm right behind her.
all right, Ismi, you stumble out of a stone wall. You catch yourself pretty quickly
Mm-hmm.
and find yourself in this other place. Pike kind of also stumbles out of the wall and like kind of bumps up against you just a little bit. And then you're all here
All right.
in this room. Daerun, they make a little shuffling noise as their feet hit the ground behind you. So I assume we've just got you.
I was just about to come out of beast shape when he was like talking to Zinnia.
Yeah.
And say, what is it that you want from us? But that kind of the same time was letting them figure it out. So
okay, so you're gonna come out of B shape.
yeah.
All right, so Ismi, you're standing in this room trying to like take it all in,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a brief flash of a rat, and then suddenly Daerun is standing in front of you. There's this huge like stone cube occupying the center of this bizarre room that you're in. No immediate sign of Zinnia, but
no immediate sign of anyone else?
well, Daerun, and then
Yeah.
and Pike bumps into, and you see, because he's still a bit of ways from me. He's like what is that even? Like 40 feet away. But his voice echoes, and he says, "Ah, little fairy, I see some of your new friends have arrived."
Where's the voice coming from?
You see a red-robed person standing in the center of this room. His head is the hooded robe. It's a hooded robe, but the robe is sort of pulled back, and his head is clean shaven, and he kind of has some like blue tattoos on the side of his head.
Just for kicks, I'm sorry. I'm just going to do a spirit sense. Is he undead or fey? Would be ethereal, fey, outsider, or corporal, or undead.
So you cast your spirit sense in that direction
Mhm.
because it's like 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
You don't sense anything from him.
Okay.
However, and I know this spirit sense is supposed to be for people, beings.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you sense like feelings of like if you were detecting an outsider, like there's celestial energy. There's enough celestial energy in this room that it almost feels like if you detected a celestial. Not that you
Okay.
probably have personally ever done that,
Yeah.
and it might. I don't know what that first experience is, but
Mhm.
but it's not like you detect an entity. But I feel like it is just so powerfully strong in here that your sense is like, whoa, probably a little overwhelming.
Okay.
But yeah, he's standing there. So Zinnia, I mean, I'm not sure if you got a line of sight on them, but you probably hear some more shuffling over there, but you're still trying to stay out of sight.
So, is it Osbert?
That is the name you are seeking, but this place allows no secrets, and that is not my name.
Oh, so what is your name? Who am I addressing?
My true name is Vesrin.
Vesrin. That sounds like an ointment for fungus.
She would know about fungus. She's the fairy. Would know.
And so I'll just tell you this is a piece of meta information.
Mm-hmm.
While you're in here, you cannot lie.
Okay.
Well, I never do anyway.
I
so,
figured
you
that.
know.
Yeah.
But role play accordingly.
Okay.
So, Vesrin, how about you let my friends return and then you and I can have an actual conversation?
I was hoping they would join you here. Again, this will be brief, as I have things to finish, and I need to have you removed from this equation. I'm so very close to my goal now.
What is your goal?
Unlocking a door. Something old and ancient.
What is the door?
More from you. Please come join me.
What is the door?
I sense all of you have entered the room. Please.
I'm going to be take a big sigh of bravery and start walking towards him.
All right.
Come around that block there.
Yeah. Step out from the block, and you can see that red robe figure in the center, in this stone ring.
Yeah, I'll kind of start coming towards that ramp there. I'm guessing that's kind of like a step up.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it that you want from us?
I had hoped to use you, but you had your own designs, and now you are getting in the middle of these other plans, the mayor's and others' machinations.
We were following up on our friend's death. You should know that by now.
Unfortunate. But yes, I do understand.
So, are you part of that? Do you know what happened to him?
I do.
What happened to him?
He went into the river.
By his own will?
No, definitely not of his own will.
So he was murdered.
Yes.
On our plane, we call that murdering. I'm not innocent here.
Ismay and Pike, do you...
Did you order the death? And as she's doing that, she's still holding her her crossbow. She's not moving because she's not going anywhere near him.
Okay. Pike, do you move up or are you going to stay where you're at? Back. Basically, you're pretty far from him.
Yeah, I was going to ask. That's 5, 10. That looks like about 55, 60 feet or so.
To your square, 55 feet, yeah.
Okay. Then I will move about to where that looks like a short set of steps up to the upper.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, right about there. I think I'm about 30 feet from him at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to move up that far and that way, if necessary, I can go up the stairs or whatever.
Okay.
And I am I'm kind of looking at him and kind of trying to get a feel for his mind, his intentions, how he moves, all of that stuff. Just kind of putting myself in tune with him using anticipate thought. So that's a will save. And if I succeed, well, whether or not I succeed, he succeeds on the will save. I get enough of a feeling of his like immediate intentions that I get a +2 to my AC. If he fails the will save, then I also get a bonus to attacking him as I anticipate his moves.
Okay. So you quickly move up within range and sort of reach your mind out. There is no mind there. Like you try, because you're pretty experienced with touching people's minds. Like it's like he's not there.
Okay, like he's
A projection.
a projection or a simulacrum or something like that.
Yeah.
I see. If you really wanted to sort of hash out our differences, then I'm surprised that you're not here in person.
You see him smile in the light. Alas, I am in the midst of other things. It was only your fairy's presence that alerted me to the intrusion here.
Was Thomas's death the result of your orders and directives to underlings?
It was to assist the other plans. I took care of the problem. I had little interest in it.
Who was it that wanted him dead?
That is a complex web.
It may enable us to find some ground for conflict resolution, though. You must anticipate that that is the least effort way to try and eliminate any sort of potential conflict is to direct us towards someone else.
Oh, I do believe we are past that. I am close to what I need. Some of you were courteous enough to at least open the way for me.
Are you a follower of Zakad?
No, definitely not. I have little need for peculiar old religion. Although, interestingly, that is part of what I was searching for. It is definitely related. No, I have my own plans to take care of. So Pike, now that you're looking at him, a couple important details, because you're the first one to kind of get close enough and actively really look at him. He's not human.
Okay.
The upswept ears, clearly an elf. Not that you've seen a lot of elves. They're very reclusive. But there's something really strange about him. I mean, probably the couple elves you have seen, he looks a little bit different. Definitely kind of pale-skinned. The strange tattoos on his head and the shaved head and the red robes. His demeanor. There's something very different about him.
Okay. So the difference between player and character knowledge here is the story of the elves that invaded and had to be fought off by the other elves. Is that well enough known for me to make a guess that he's that kind?
That is a really logical leap. Yeah,
okay.
That's a very recent memory. Even though probably none of you were alive, or if you were, you were like children. I mean, this was something huge. Like this was a pretty significant event. It's 20 years ago. So
this is the thing that ended up leading to basically the situation we're in now with the kingdom.
The destabilization of everything. There was a lot of weird things that happened in conjunction to this invasion, and then the plague sort of following on the heels of that. But so many people died. So it's a big deal. But as far as anybody would know, they all left. Like they sold their ships away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Given that, I'm going to try and provoke him by doing something impulsive again. And I'm going to look around because he's got a desk. He's got like some equipment around there and so forth.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if he's just a voice or if he can actually do stuff. I'm going to look for something that looks delicate and flammable, and I'm going to ray of fire it to try and trash his lab.
Okay.
I'm not going to aim at the desk because I could see, papers and such on it. We may want that. But I am going to look for like either some beakers, some wires, some delicate filigree.
Well, there
astrolabe.
are some bookshelves over there. You could blast some books off of that, or
Books.
That's a crime, I believe. And
but sure, there's he probably it doesn't look like a alchemical lab, but he does have. I mean, Zinnia grabbed many of those loose papers, but yeah, there's probably still something on the desk. You can blast something off the desk and little char
set a
of flame.
fire and such. Yeah.
Okay. So you do that.
All right.
Ismi, you're moving up, or
I'm going to start moving up slowly now that I know that he's not quote unquote there. Like she was not going to walk up to a wizard and get into kill range. But now that she's saying, okay, it's not actually him, and she's hearing that, she's going to start gradually, but she still has her crossbolt up, but she's aiming dead at him. When she gets about 30 feet, she's...
Okay.
I think she's going to let...
Kind of moving up by pike.
Yep, moving up by pike.
All right, Dayrune.
How do you exactly plan to eliminate us? Let's get to the point.
Oh, well, now that you've stepped into this place, you've given me a certain degree of power over you. We'll take care of that in moments.
How do you know that we can't find an accord if you don't even tell us what your end goal is? Maybe we are in alignment. If this is the place for speaking truths and you've got it all figured out, why not share?
Unfortunately for you, my sweet child of summer, I suspect that destroying much of your forest would probably displease you and your kind.
Well, I don't know. Have you seen me poke some people's eyes out?
I have not.
Did you see what I did to that crow you sent?
I got to experience that briefly.
Well, so why not share?
You've done what you could to help me. I've got assets in play now to finish out the quest. I'll be unlocking a weapon soon, and then I can begin to pave the way for my kind to return. It's as simple as that. I care not for your petty politics and the human squabblings. I just need them out of the way.
I'm going to shoot him. Because now I know he's coming for an attack. We've got to get out, and we're going to get out. She was basically sitting there listening, waiting for him to monologue, but she's going to fire.
Sure. I mean, your bolt probably dead center passes right through it.
Through it.
Yeah, you hear it clatter across the wall.
So it's not actually there.
Yeah.
It's a
like you actually kind of like see it like hologram, sort of like shimmer.
So he's not actually here.
It's Luke Skywalker in
The
Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't get through the portal? Or have you tried? Because we know we could get through the other side.
Well, they when you look back, it's just not there right now.
It's just stone.
So the weapon you're looking for, is it a hammer?
Is that what you think it is?
I'm asking. I don't.
So much more.
You're getting very annoying. You said you wanted to have a conversation,
so
but
vague.
you're just like being a jerk.
Yeah, it's like
He's
vague.
stalling.
He's got an ego.
She said, he's stalling.
I'm looking around because that was not a satisfying enough thing to destroy. What do I see right over there to the west? It looks like there's another glowing light and maybe a platform or something.
Yeah, so there's a lot in here. You know what? Most of the different artifacts and constructs in this place all just look ancient and alien, except for the various little things that have been clearly brought in and kind of set up in the middle here. You know, there's these two bookshelves, very out of place. Not a ton of books on them, but clearly he was doing some research, and a desk and a very simple chair. Like this doesn't look like a place that he is like living in, but probably comes here to do some research. So yeah, to answer your question, you know, if you're trying to like goad him, I mean, you could
There's no way of knowing what he does and does not care about.
Yeah, and there's just so much in here.
Mm.
All right, I'll casually firebolt whatever that is, and I think try and touch that light. Who knows?
All right.
I mean, here we are. What's your next step? What is it? Is there anything that you would let us free? It does not seem like it.
He's just waiting for his actual body, the actual person to come back.
If you say that aloud, he shakes his head and says, "Oh no, I'm far from here, and it is time to go. But I will leave you a present as I depart, and perhaps, unlikely, we'll meet again. Hopefully this time we can finish out this little relationship we've been building."
I'm going to start looking at the books on his bookshelf.
Okay. So you fly over to the bookshelf?
Yep.
All right. He'll kind of glance at you, just kind of like scrutinizing you, and then he will gesture kind of to like the northeast side of the room, and then he just starts to fade out until we meet again or not, and then he's just gone.
Cool.
He was a blowhard.
Does anything happen when I touch the light?
You touch the light and you feel like it's not hot. It's actually cool to the touch.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel energy just sort of like rush up your arm, like tingling. And it feels good. Like it's not frightening. You actually kind of feel calm go through your body. And it's definitely, very foreign, but it's also kind of soothing.
Mm.
It's like a Himalayan salt rock.
It's fantastic.
That's how I imagine it.
Himalayan
On a
rock.
stand.
But so it seems like Zinna, you've moved in the middle. You're kind of rooting through. The other three are kind of on the southeast side of this room now.
Is the portal open?
The portal does not open.
Or is it open?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
But you kind of hear some crackling energy from where he had pointed. And some of this, because there's like on the northeast side of the room, there was like just this glowing blob, like blue amorphous, almost like pure elemental chaos sort of thing. It's just like there. It did not look like portal. It did not look safe. But a piece of that breaks off and begins moving towards you. And I need you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
I was thinking we haven't had a combat now in like a couple episodes. Maybe like 5. Oh.
18.
15.
17.
12.
All right, so it actually got initiative. So it is going to just fly this round. So it looks like a swirling mass of crackling air. And you can make, I think, knowledge arcana checks on that as it rapidly moves towards the center of the room. It sort of forms some humanoid sort of appendages, but they're mostly just almost like ethereal tentacles. But it seems to be assessing, and that's what it does, is it just kind of moves up to the middle of the room.
I got a 19.
14.
I got 28 because I rolled a 20.
Boom.
Ooh.
Beat me. I got 25.
All right, well, it's a DC 20, so you say you had 19. So you would know it's some sort of elemental thing with that. And you, sorry, what were your other two rolls?
25 and
25.
28.
28.
Okay. Both of you recognize it as an air elemental, which would, I mean, you would know at least two pieces of information about it. So Xenia, like what would you like to know about that?
What is it weak to?
It would be, it does not have a weakness. Like it doesn't have like a particular element that it is vulnerable to. You would know, I would tell you what you know, it's immune to all the elemental stuff. Like it can't bleed, it doesn't have it can't bleed, can't paralyze it, poison it, sleep it. You can't crit it. So the other that is pretty difficult to damage it. It doesn't breathe, eat, sleep.
What is
and-
the best way to damage it? Is what I was, I guess, asking.
The best way is just going to be, because it's going to be, because they're resistant to just everything. So magic is the best thing to damage it.
Okay.
But they're also not invulnerable to anything.
Okay.
So Pike, I mean, is there anything else you would like to know about it?
I can't. Most of the stuff that I do isn't going to be much good against it.
I mean, you would know your firebolt would do damage.
Yeah, I mean, any of the things that affect mind or whatever, it probably doesn't count as a creature for that, right?
It does not, because it is an outsider.
Exactly.
Outsider, so air elemental extraplanar. Yes, it does not. Yeah, it would not count as a
Yeah.
creature.
So there's not a whole lot I can do to it, but I will try.
Okay, so it acted first this round, but then we'll do then Zinnia. What do you do?
Well, then I will cast a flaming sphere on its spot.
All right. So a sphere of flame materializes, because it is a large creature, by the way. So you know that it is particularly dangerous. So it gets a reflex save. And it is pretty reflexive. I assume, what was that, DC 14, 15, something like that?
That is a...
I mean, I think either way it got it. So it kind of, just sort of reforms itself to avoid the flame, but it definitely did not like the flame. So that you summon that, and did you want to move?
Well, hold on. So that's 13. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's 15.
Okay.
So it made its reflex.
It did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then yes, I will move to here.
Okay, so Zinnia moves kind of to the southwest side of this strange chamber where there's more lights and a kind of a large stone table, getting farther away from the elemental. Yeah, so you're now 35 feet from it. Pike, what do you want to do? You are 25 feet from this, and I mean, of all the things you do know, you know that thing is dangerous and could easily kill you all.
Yep. But it does not count as a creature. Or does it have an intelligence score?
I mean, it does.
Okay. So it's not like humanoid or anything like that, but outsider still counts as a creature or not?
I guess it would. I think, well, because creature is everything. Yeah.
Okay. Then I do have one thing that I can do. I can do the mind thrust
Oh, interesting.
spell.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot range. So I'm going to do mind thrust, and then I am going to back up away from it as far as I can.
Okay. And is that a roll to hit, or is it a save?
It's a will save for half damage.
Okay. So you blast out, and I roll the first natty 20 of the session.
Okay. So it takes half damage.
Half damage. All right.
So that is 4d6 halved.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's 1d6 per caster level.
Dang. All right. So you blast out into its elemental mine. Its foreign thoughts trying to evade you.
So that's 13 halved would be 6.
Not bad. All right. And it sort of shudders from your blast.
And while I'm backing up, I might as well put away my rapier because it's...
Yeah, we're not getting close to it.
Okay. So you said you want to back away, like towards where you came into the room?
Yeah, that's as good as any. Yep.
All right. So you blast it and you kind of retreat to the recesses of the corner. All right. Ismi.
Now, is there a stairs to get up to the, like, those little side rooms? Like the blue one, is it, or are those on a second level, or are those, like, all the same level?
I'm treating it as all one level. I
Okay.
think that there's probably some variations of like a couple feet here and there. And like that little blue area in the northeast. I think that's a pool of water. But everywhere there's stone, like the grayer stone and where you came in at, assume that's all at one level.
Okay.
And that's like maybe like a 2-foot step up from the room you're in.
Okay. She is going to, because she doesn't want to go near Pike. She wants to, like, force it to have to go towards something. So she is going to go basically up and around where the bright orange light is in that circular part. She's going to be behind it. There's like, looks like there might be a partial wall, like right here.
Oh, so you want to get close to it.
Wait, where? But it's over
That's
here.
it.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
I thought that, okay, that's it. I
That's it.
thought that was a light. Never mind.
No, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to get close to it. No. All right. I'm going to go around and I'm going to go kind of like over here because I think I can get some cover. And I'm going to try to shoot it with my rapier because that's the only thing I'm going to try to do with it.
Shoot it with your rapier.
No, shoot it with my crossbow because
She throws her rapier.
yeah, shoot it with the crossbow.
Okay.
I might be able to hit it. It's not magic, but I might be able to do something.
Okay, so you kind of just move across the bottom of the room there,
Yep.
seeking cover, and you take a shot at the creature.
And I did not hit it. Because that is only an 11.
You do not hit it. So your shot goes wide,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear it skittering across the room far in the distance.
Yep.
Dayrune.
I don't have much, but I have something that I haven't used before. I'm going to cast Magic Stone,
Ooh.
and I've got a sling. The first time you've not probably seen me use my sling. So
You're fishing around. It's in your pocket
yeah,
somewhere.
like pulling things out.
I'm actually like, has
I got-
anybody ever used Magic Stone?
I've got a rubber chicken and we'll throw it out there. So I get 3 magic stones. So that is a standard action. So that's, take my sling
Yeah.
and get ready for that.
Okay.
That will be, I'm going to stay right where I am.
So you pull out your sling, ready it, and you summon 3 magic stones to your
Correct.
hand.
Yep.
And that is it. So we'll roll initiative.
17.
18.
Plus 20.
12.
All right. It has initiative again.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah, no
indeed.
kidding.
All right. So you guys have kind of all scattered. Nobody is adjacent to each other, but it is kind of tracking everybody. It is going to, you know what? It is going to make its way towards Zinnia.
Does it not recognize the flaming sphere as an opponent?
It doesn't see it as something to attack. No. I mean,
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah. It did harm to it.
Well, it didn't, but it scared it.
Oh, it scared it. So,
Yeah. So it's going to move away from it.
you know, it's gonna front on it.
So it covers the distance really, really quickly. It's because it's flying. It's just this big swirling, crackling energy. And it moves across the room towards you and lashes out with one of its elemental tentacles. Oh. That is going to be a 19.
That misses.
Because you put on your magic
Right.
armor. Look at that. All right. So it's the arm that bashes out at you is larger than you, and you just dart in the air out of the way, and that is its action. So we're back to you, Zinnia.
Goody.
You're
How
looking.
far can you move the flaming sphere? Yeah, and that's a like.
That would be my move action if I move it, and it can only move 30 feet, and it does not fly. So, I mean, it could get to it, but then I'm still right there in range.
Mm-hmm. And then I would have a 4-round attack on you.
Mm-hmm.
It's more important to stay away from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly away.
Okay. Are you going to do a disengage as your...
Yeah,
Okay. So that will be your round. Which way do you want to head to?
I'm moving myself.
Okay, great. So Zinnia is going to disengage, moving safely away from this dangerous mass of air.
Oh, I don't like that. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, well, I'm just not seeing you move on my screen. So
Oh, you don't have to. Don't worry about it.
There's no secrets being held in this area, right?
Okay, so she circles around it and moves all the way towards the east side of the room near this illuminated pool of water. Pike, what do you do?
If I move back forward to the stairs, the elemental becomes within range for me to do another mind thrust then.
That sounds correct. Well, because you have to be 30 feet from it?
35. It's 25 plus 5 feet per every 2 levels. So 35 is my range.
All right. I bumped you up slightly. So now that's 35 feet. So you are a little closer to the center of that, the big middle chamber. 35 feet away, blasting out with your mind.
So it needs to make it needs to fail its wheel save.
It fails its will save.
Excellent.
5 on the die. This is a dangerous spell.
15 points.
Okay, you blast its brain, its elemental brain, and the whole thing just like shimmers and begins like just shaking wildly, and you kind of sense that it's like looking around trying to find the source of this pain, and it is definitely injured.
Luckily, there's like no visible. It's not like a fireball or anything where like you can trace back and say that's the sucker that did it to me.
Isme.
She's going to try to go off and shoot another arrow.
Okay.
Maybe we can hit this time. It might hit. It's 24.
Oh, yeah, definitely hits it.
Yeah, that's a 17. So that will be, I haven't done it for a while. That's 1d6 plus 1. That would be 5.
Okay, you see your bolt enter the creature, and it kind of just sort of gets shredded apart. You can't really tell if you hurt it or not, but it didn't seem like it did.
Yeah, I kind of was wondering until I got actually shot.
Yeah. Did you want to move?
Where is it now?
It's there.
It's
You're
very,
there.
very close to you.
I
mean, right now you are 20 feet away from it.
Okay, I'm going to go over this way.
Actually, I have a quick question.
Yes,
Do you have point blank shot?
I do.
Did you already factor in bonus damage?
I did not.
Because isn't that +1 damage if you're
Add 1 plus 1 to a damage under 30 feet.
okay?
So I would add. So that would have been 6.
6 points.
6
instead.
points.
6 points. I realize it's not much, but
Mhm.
every little drop does in fact matter.
Yep.
Okay.
So she's going to try to circle over this way. Maybe try to see if she can get behind that cube.
So that's 15, 20,
Right next to me.
25,
I'm going to back up a little bit.
30. All right, so you move 30 feet away.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to use my free action to tap into my ley line to give me an extra level of caster level, and you need this is a will save for you.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's harmless. So I'll roll first, and then you can do the will save, and that is a 20 unnatural.
Okay, I'm sorry. walk
So
me
I
through
got to
that.
attack, but you get a will save because it's a magic stone. It says will negates. So otherwise, it's just a harmless object at you. It does no damage because it's magic.
Oh, what is
Not even regular sling damage?
What does magic stone do?
Magic stone, you transmute as many as 3 pebbles, which can no longer than sling bullets. So they strike with great force when thrown or slung. If hurled, they have 20 feet. If slung, which they are, 50 feet. The spell gives them a +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. The user of the stone makes a normal range attack. Each stone that hits deals 1d6 +1 points of damage. So it's like 3 pebbles coming at you, and each one of those does 1d6. But you get a will save on them. I mean, it
Wait.
says saving throw will, so negates harmless object.
Oh, I think the wording on that
Yeah.
means that you're casting on an object, so it's harmless. The spell is harmless to the object.
To the object.
Harmless object. Okay. Well, then it's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm like, because that doesn't make sense. Usually,
Okay.
so basically, you're creating magic stones.
Yep.
You hit it. All right, but you're only slinging one at a time.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get 3, and they
Correct.
last like 30 minutes. Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, so you sling your first magic stone at it. You got a 20 to hit. What did the ley line have to do though?
It was to up my. It's a free action, so it's part of my. And here, Savant, it allows me to be a caster level by +1 round for 1 round, and it helps me. I mean, I'm just going to, if I have to concentrate. I thought you had to do a will save, so that's why I did it.
Okay.
It's a free action, and I have a lot of them, so it was kind of
Okay.
more
so
for there at this
okay.
point.
I just making sure we're
Yeah.
every little
Yep.
bit is extremely
Yep.
important. So, but it does hit as just basically a magic weapon.
Correct.
Okay. Give me your damage.
3 points of magic damage.
Okay. And you rolled that's with your 1d6 +1.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, got it. All right, then your stone.
I mean, I hit. I'm more proud that I hit.
You hit. It's been
The
rusty.
slingshot's like rusty. Yeah, dust comes off of it when I'm flying it.
Yeah, you see it ricochet around inside the maelstrom and then just dissipates.
Sure.
Okay, then we are initiative. Oh, I definitely did not get to this round.
22.
There you go.
4.
9.
17.
All right, Zinnia.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, so I can move. I don't have control over my. So can you move the sphere onto the.
Yeah, again.
Okay, so we'll start with that. So the sphere.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And so,
And then it has to make another reflex save.
yep.
You said DC 15?
Yep.
Okay. It fails.
Yes.
So your flames interact with the elemental wind, fanning the flames even bigger, seemingly, as it sizzles.
9 damage.
Dang.
That's half of what is possible. So, I mean.
It's still good. All right.
That's-
Yeah. It diminishes it some.
And then for my action, I am going to.
You guys are pretty good ranged.
I'm going to frostbolt.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me see. It's a 19 to hit.
That's not it.
No. Okay,
That's
now I
not
sad.
it.
Okay.
All right, Pike.
Okay.
You see it contending with that ball of flame again. You are the closest.
Yeah. We'll see how that at the end of my turn, if that's still true. I don't think it will be. I'm scared and angry and everything, so I'm still going to try and fill its intangible mind with psychic static. So go ahead and make your will save.
I got a 17.
That's good enough. Yeah. Yeah.
So he takes half.
Half, sadly. 16, so 8.
Whew. Okay.
And then I am going to move.
Run away. Back to where you were.
Just like only 20 feet. I'm only going to move 20 feet.
right.
Just in case he moves away from me, I need to get closer.
Good. All right. So kind of getting cover behind the strange construct on the floor there. All right. Daerun. Daerun and the Magic Stone.
Oh, well,
It's the band name of
same
the
old,
day.
same
Wait.
old.
Wait, why did we go to?
You want initiative. I go last.
Yeah, but
Isme.
It's me. I was wondering.
I was
I was very
Isme, it's your
confused.
turn. I was so excited about the Magic Stone. Sorry.
No problem.
just get to go twice. That means
She's going to try to shoot again, see what happens.
Okay. Are you moving up at all?
No, but she got a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. Because you are not within 30 feet right now, just so you know.
Oh.
so
Yeah,
your
you might
bonus
wanna
wouldn't
move.
work.
Oh, yeah, I'll move 30 feet.
No.
10 feet.
10 feet.
All right. So you move up a bit to get that closer shot.
Yep.
Nail it with a nat 20. Roll to confirm that beautiful crit.
No. It's a 6.
Okay. That's all right. You still do max damage,
Yep.
which is perfect.
That would be,
7?
yeah, that'd be 7.
Okay.
Wait,
Then-
Wait,
No,
is
8.
it 1d6 plus
Plus 1
1
plus 1. So it's 8 damage.
8. 1d6 plus 1 is 7, plus 1 is 8, yes.
8 damage.
And then are you going back up again?
And then I'm going to back up again.
All right. Then you're going to back up. So, well, you could.
Already
you,
took your 10
You could,
You
yeah.
can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
can't.
can't split
Yeah, you're
movement?
stuck. Yeah, you
Cannot
move
split
back.
the
Ah.
cat.
This in 5e.
Yeah.
Can I can rock through this? She's is me, right?
Yep.
You don't move through.
No, I mean, can I?
Oh, yeah,
just-
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same old, same old. Not gonna hit the. It's 18, which I don't think
It's
hits.
not. So then it is his turn.
I am going to take a little step back here since I didn't move. That's where I'm gonna go.
Okay, so it is trying to track all of these opponents, and it's like
It flails helplessly at the flaming sphere because it hurt it.
it picks Isme as the primary target this round.
Yep.
And it's going to go flying up and get in Isme's face.
Yes.
And that is definitely going to be a hit.
Is it a nat 20?
It's
No,
not a nat
19.
20.
It's
Not a
Okay.
nat 20.
Okay.
It is, however, a 29 to hit you, though.
Oh, yeah. That's going to hit.
Just barely.
As it slams you for minimum, it does only 5 damage.
5 damage? Okay.
Only
I'll go.
5 damage. So not too bad, but that, like, I feel like that's a little anticlimactic. All right, but 5 damage is 5 damage. All right, initiatives. Let's see if it can win again. Oh, I think I got it.
21.
19.
15 plus 3, 18.
It has initiative.
You suck.
Yep,
He's going to hit me again.
it is. He is going to begin to wallop you now with tendrils of crackling air. And this just might tingle a bit.
This blows.
Yeah.
what you did there.
28
Yep.
and a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are going to take... Oh my gosh.
Yes.
What?
I rolled 2 1s.
Yay.
You still take 10 damage from the 2 different blows.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
At least the D8s like us.
Oh my
10.
gosh. That is...
That
Appropriate.
halves my points.
Well,
Those.
Is that too bad?
It's all right. We're fine.
Okay. Yeah, we are. We know you did 10 damage by rolling 1s. I think we're okay.
Jeez. Yeah, but I'm saying if he had rolled like 6s or something, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I've had 3 D8 rolls. I've rolled 3 1s in a row. I feel like these need to be banished, but we'll keep going. All right, then.
okay, move my
Zinnia.
flaming sphere.
Flaming sphere.
It's
Is
gonna-
that going to hit me?
no.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
We're okay.
No, we're not.
He saves.
Well, this is its last turn. It winks out
Oh.
after this. So,
Okay.
and then I'm going to try once more to do the. I'll try the frostbolt again.
All right.
Yes, that is a 28 to hit.
You hit
Yay.
it. You hit it decisively. So Ismi, right in front of your face, you see parts of it just become crystalline and break off.
It's only 5 damage, but
It has taken a lot of damage here. Pike.
I'm going to shout out to Ismi, get back behind us.
And you are exactly 30 feet right now, by the way.
Yep.
I am going to move, by the way.
You can't because you moved your sphere.
Oh, I did. Thank you. Sorry, forgot.
And I'm going to burn another slot. Hopefully this combat doesn't go more than 5 more rounds. Or else I'm going to really be sucking. Go
thing?
ahead and make your
I mean,
will save.
that's what it's all. I failed again.
Yes. Now's a good time for that failure.
Some days the dice are kind to you.
Ooh.
Nice.
17.
Nice. Beautiful.
Holy
Beautiful.
crap. Okay. It is not destroyed, but it is frayed tremendously. Like you can see it looking like it's coming apart. Are you gonna stay where you're at?
Yeah, I like where I'm at.
Okay. Ismi, I mean, this thing is right in your face.
She's gonna fire. I mean,
Right. Okay.
she's got to get. That's what she's gonna do. She might die from it because she can fire and then move.
So 2 things.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah, if you fire point like adjacent, that would provoke, and moving provokes. But what you can do, you can take a 5-foot step, avoid the attack, and then shoot.
And fire.
But you would be 5 feet away from
You're
it.
there.
Yeah.
Unless I don't think you have disengage as a swift action. Or
I
anything.
don't think I got that. I had to choose between that and point blank.
And you know what? You would probably know this thing can actually reach out. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is like there's no play. I can only go 30 feet. It's going to go after me anyways.
And you can only, you know what? Because you're adjacent to it, even if you disengaged, you'd be moving through 2 threatened squares, so he'd still gonna attack.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying. It's like
I would say the best thing to do would just move, provoke once, and then take your shot. That's
what I'm going to do.
Or not use the bow, the crossbow.
Or you
Yeah,
could
you could
draw
drop.
your rapier and attack rapier.
Or you've got a magic scimitar, right?
Actually, I do have a magic scimitar.
Yeah.
That's true. I'll pull out the scimitar, the magic scimitar that they grabbed.
Well, you also had your
Rapier. That's right. The rapier. I covered the rapier in oil.
Oh, it counts as magic weapon.
Yeah. It
Okay,
counts as
that's what I
magic.
was thinking about. If it
Yeah.
has like where only magic weapons can hurt it.
toe to toe. I like this. One of you has to go.
No, I'm not going to do it. So I'm 11.
Mm.
Only 11.
Okay.
Well, maybe Daerun will save you.
We'll find out.
Next week. We're way over.
Ooh, I believe a 23 hits.
It does.
All right. Daerun
Oh,
comes
the
back
magic
with the
stone.
stones.
Oh, are you kidding me? 2 points.
Oh.
The lowest 2 ones. I'll use this dice because last time I rolled a 1 on this dice. Watch this reveal.
Because I'm not afraid to give out meta information. It had 4 hit points. It now
It has
has 2. So your stone halves its
Yeah.
remaining points. It's hanging on by a magical thread.
Get initiative. That's all we need, right?
Well, no,
No, it gets to go.
it gets to go. 'Cause
You went
it's
first. You had initiative.
Zinnia.
No, you had
You
initiative.
had initiative.
Oh.
That's right. Okay.
All right.
No.
Because you hit me right. Like,
Oh, so
once.
it's initiative or death for it.
Yep.
8.
16.
23.
I got a 14. Come on. Roll low.
It has a ridiculous initiative.
Okay,
I've got
well-
this.
Ah.
18 on the die.
What is its plus on initiative?
Like a 10. Everything's a plus something, double digits.
It has plus 11 on it.
Plus 11.
It's like pure air. And it's
Fourth
got perfect
level
flight.
characters.
It's actually not that powerful. It's just really fast. It's just really fast.
I'm fast.
It's actually faster than you.
What's its fly speed?
If you really want to know, its fly speed is 100.
Ooh,
Perfect.
That's faster than you. Isn't it?
Like
That
it
is
is as fast
faster
as the
than me.
wind. That's its power. And it has some slams, of which it is going to do it at this point. To our dear
This is
is
your last gasp. I really feel it.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a hit.
that's a hit.
Yep.
26 to hit. And a 23 to hit.
Yep.
All right.
Ones.
Double sixes. So that is going to be 20 damage.
No. And she's out. She's down.
So kabam, kabam, as Ismi takes the blows and crumples
She's down.
beneath the creature. Blood spraying.
No! And
I believe it was. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
So Zinnia screams and just lets loose with magic missile.
Nice.
That's how you do
It
it.
also has to make a reflex save because it didn't move.
Just have to make it gets hit. Period. Oh, the
No,
Flaming sphere.
the flaming
Flaming
sphere
sphere
is
is
gone.
gone.
That was
Oh.
its
Said
last
that was
round.
last
Last round. I said
Damn,
that. You
sorry.
just
But
don't listen to me.
no save required for this one.
That's right.
So magic missiles echo with Zinnia's scream across the room, pelting it into oblivion, I presume, unless you can do less than 2 points of damage.
I cannot because I get 2 missiles.
So
Plus one
minimum
each.
of 4 damage.
Yeah. So,
Okay. So you may roll your damage if you would like as the thing disintegrates.
So the first missile is 5 damage.
Yeah. Into
And
a
then 3.
wisp of
So 8
crackling
damage.
energy.
It's gone. And then we go
I
flying
can,
over.
I can rush over to Ismi and use Sacred Touch to automatically stabilize her.
Oh, that's nice. Ismi, what is your negative?
My negative is 4.
Oh,
Oh,
that's far less desperate than I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hoping or thinking?
No,
I was at 16, but when you told me that it rolled 2 ones and I got a 10, I'm like, if I get hit again, I'm dead. That's why I didn't move, because I'm like, if I move, I was going to get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And it could have killed me. So I might as well just shoot and see if maybe I might hit.
So I will go over there and I will use as a free action my Menhair Servant to up my caster level. So I'll be more hit points back. Right?
All right.
Technically. So it will be 2d8 damage. So 16 plus 5. So 21 points of healing courses through.
All right. Ismi gasps as she breathes in fresh, clean air.
And how many
Maybe.
points did she get?
21.
So did we go from the -4 or do we go from 0?
You go from -4. So you look up at the ceiling as you're...
nope. You look up and see Zinnia right in your face, who says, "You just died."
Yeah.
And yeah, your companions are there to save you.
So we found out what was on the other side of the portal.
We didn't need to be on this side.
But now we know,
did-
like a big thing, right? I mean,
So he's a what did we call these? Are the dark elves? What's their names?
They are the unrooted.
The Unrooted. The Unrooted is behind it. His name is Vestrin. It's his true name. He's trying to unlock an ancient old door and get
A weapon.
a weapon.
and he was behind Tommy's killing, or he at least was working with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So look at everything we just learned. It's very valuable. Sorry about your dying.
And the experience points, I mean, from this, the experience that we got from this elemental was pretty big.
Epic.
Yeah, what level
Massive.
What level are you guys?
We're 4.
4.
I feel like this is it. I thought it was one more, and then we were there.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What's that? 12, 13, 14. And you have 5 ones in there.
Which is a 1.
15.
Ooh, level up.
Level up.
Third caster level spells. Third level spells.
Oh,
What do you
gosh.
get, Pegasus? What do you get? Do.
I don't know if that
So
will
next
turn.
time we will see our heroic level 5 characters try to figure their way out of this ancient celestial place. And then pursue their foe before he unlocks a weapon to end everything.
I'm gonna call it.
In the meanwhile, you guys got to touch this light over here. I mean, it feels good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that sounds dangerous.
So
Have you ever heard of the Lotus Eaters?
No.
we gave you a long episode today. I do want to say this thing now. Because we actually, behind the curtain, have had some recording disruptions. We're going to take a short mid-season hiatus while we catch up our recordings.
It's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to hear this when you're hearing this, I'm going to go edit this now today and release it.
So go enjoy your summer.
Yep.
Unless it's winter in the southern hemisphere.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a good time. We need to get some, I don't know, something else. Some tell us
Yep.
more, or I'll get on the mic and ramble some nonsense
Okay.
to give you something. But we will be busily recording here because this is like over the mid-season and hump,
Yeah.
and it's going to be fast now.
Okay.
And let me tell you, I know from personal experience, one of the best ways to fall asleep is listening to Don ramble.
Oh. Wow.
Wow.
It's very soothing.
Things you get to say when you're married.
Yeah.
I apparently need to start. I'm not going to do ASMR, but
No, you should do book audio. Just like
Yeah, it's great. I love that.
Uncle Don's story time.
Yeah.
yeah, some children's reading.
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you everybody who has been listening to the show.
Yep.
I hope you're enjoying it. I think we're having fun.
Yeah, it's getting real now.
It is.
Real,
Things are
real.
going to start coming together, and stay with us.
For all those that were cheering us to go through the portal,
Yep.
you are welcome.
Yay.
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 And only one person died temporarily.
And it's the one person that said, "Don't go through the portal," which I think is so funny.
Isn't that how it works?
I mean, but the thing
Who ended
is,
up going through the portal?
to save you guys.
Well, I mean,
You know.
I mean, the thing is, in some ways, is the insta kill would have been funny because literally the one person that said, "Don't go through the portal" because we don't know what's behind
Yeah.
there.
But-
If she died, the guilt you two would have felt.
but it was a portal. Number one, I didn't go through the portal. You told me to go through the portal.
I did. Yes.
Yes. So
Now- and actually-
you were supporting this.
We don't know how to get out of the portal, do we?
Not yet.
There's obviously a way out.
Yeah. We just have to get high enough level to cast the
That's what
right
I'm saying.
spell to open the portal.
Just,
There's
it's better
lots of
to
books.
ask for forgiveness than for permission.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to stop
Next
recording.
time.
People are
All
like,
right.
all right.
Yeah, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed our show and want more, please leave us a rating and review on whichever platform you use. And of course, feel free to share us on social media. We'll be back next week with more adventures in the World of Tellus. To tide you over, you can read more about the cast, characters, and the World of Tellus at AdventuresEdgeRPG.com.